I've made up my mind. Don't need to think it over. If I'm wrong, I am right. Don't need to look no further. This ain't a loss. I know this is love. If I tell the world that I'll never say enough, 'cause it was not said to you, and that's exactly what I need to do. If I end up with you, should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads to nowhere? Or would it be a waste, even if I knew my place? Should I leave it there? Should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Yeah, I built myself up and fly around in circles, waiting as my heart drops and my back begins to tingle. Finally, could this be it? Or should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads to nowhere? Or would it be a waste, even if I knew my place? Should I leave it there? Should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Yeah. Should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads nowhere? Oh, would it be a waste, even if I knew my place? Should I leave it there? Should I give up, or should I just keep on chasing pavements? Should I just keep on chasing pavements? Oh, should I give up, or should I just keep chasing pavements, even if it leads to nowhere? Or would it be a waste, even if I knew my place? Should I leave it there? Should I give up, or should I just keep chasing sidewalks, even if it leads nowhere? Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. This isn't going to be long. There's just a few things that I wanted to address and give my commentary on and give you my POV on. And I'm elated that I won the appeal. So those that false flagged the channel last Saturday for absolutely no reason, just be aware that YouTube is aware and you will lose your channel. So continue to do it. That's especially those of you that have already lost channels. And I'll share with you exactly what I told you to, because a lot of times I think a lot of you believe I'm just some ignorant hoodwink. I can assure you this, the majority of you that have that opinion, if we were sat in front of a test, the same way you're not fucking with me on YouTube, you wouldn't be able to fuck with me in reality. And I think it's my versatility that really gets the goat, if you will, of a lot of you individuals, because I don't fit neatly into your narrative of who you believe I should be or what you believe I should be. But that would be your issue, not mine.
Yeah, I've been going through it. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. No, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. No, I'm not okay.
I can brand, build, bust a bitch in the mouth, and still burp a motherfucking baby. Get into it. Shout out to Rita. Rita running shit. You know, mods, can you make sure that that's actually the actual Rita account? Because here's the thing, and I want to say this to you, and I want you to hear me clear and hear me clear, FyeBabe. You know, you and your little pet monkey, right, have had a whole lot to say, although it sounds like you need a chimpanzee translator for your little pet, your little flying monkey, right? That's what I meant to do. To get a graphic of the monkeys from the Wiz. Yes, that's Rita. Sis, you're doing exactly what you should be doing. Do not, under any circumstances, give them the courtesy, the luxury of responding. You're doing exactly what the fuck you are supposed to do. Fuck who doesn't like it. And we're going to unpack the fucking black community's fucking hypocrisy. And as a black woman, I feel that I'm not out of place to do that. Isn't it ironic that they sit there and they listen to, they can listen to some of the most vulgar, vile, disgusting things being said and being done on fucking YouTube, but you're so fucking bothered by the fact that a non-black woman might be in your presence. But you don't have any issue with black women doing the same damn thing. You don't have any issue with black men supporting black men that do the same damn thing. Why does it bother you what the hell somebody's race is? Why are you so bothered by that? When you show or have no love for your own fucking race, for your own fucking people. At the end of the day, there's probably a handful of non-black people involved in the fuckery that goes on in both sectors. And yet you have the gall if that bothers you, perhaps you should stop performing. See, you know, it's interesting that there was a time when that's what we did. We performed. We put on a show to entertain massa, right? Well, if you're so bothered by interlopers, as they call them, or by individuals, and it's not that it doesn't happen, because it absolutely does. But here's the thing. If they're only in this space for entertainment, then why the fuck are you entertaining them? That would be my position. That would be my question. So the fact that you continue to provide endless entertainment is problematic for me. I'm sick and tired of your bitching and your whining and your moaning. Because see, at the end of the goddamn day, you have to get white zaddy. See, they don't listen when you tell them something, right? They ain't listening when you tell them something. When you say, hey, listen, leave me the fuck alone. Hey, listen, don't bother me. Hey, listen, don't fuck with my family. Hey, listen, don't put my address out there. It puts me at risk, puts my family at risk. Hey, listen, don't show children. Hey, listen, kids are off limits. You motherfuckers abide no fucking rule under the sun that pertains to that. But you have the fucking gall, the audacity to wonder why, if they are in the space with the specific intent of infiltrating our spaces, you know, at the end of the day, what the fuck is our space anyway? What do you motherfuckers own? You don't own a motherfucking thing. If you have to custom detail your language to acquiesce to the rules and regulations of Google, well, then you don't own a goddamn thing. And I find it interesting. You have so many queens and so many kings and so much monarchyism going on. But nonetheless, you're not allowed to go to your platform and call a thing a goddamn thing. Call a spade a spade. You have to custom detail your fucking language to somebody else's rules. So quite frankly, at the end of the day, you don't own shit. You're a bunch of kings and queens without any fucking kingdoms. You don't have a goddamn kingdom to usurp. You're on somebody else's kingdom. You're on somebody else's turf. You contribute and you perform for somebody else to build their kingdom. And that's just the fact of the matter, whether you like it or not. So it's always interesting to me when I sit back and I watch the hypocrisy. And at the end of the day, I was proud of Rita because for one thing, she didn't take the bait. And for the other thing, do not allow motherfuckers to basically what QB was over there doing was basically copping a plea on the behalf of Sean Bradley. Who gives a fuck if he went his entire life without having any involvement with the criminal justice system if he's engaging in fucking criminality? See, you got to be able to keep that same energy. And while he's saying that, he's over there promoting, ain't that right, Curious George? Curious George is over there promoting the channel of a bitch that's a documented rat, that was a proud rat, that was the first bitch to give commentary on what happened with VS. And do you know how I know? Because I saw it fucking happen. I seen it with my own two eyes. So I'm not talking about some third party, secondhand fucking information. I saw the bitch when VS was in custody. I watched FyeBabe's live. She was among the first to give commentary on it. You don't have the fucking luxury of calling Rita some rat or holding her to some fucking hood standard. Because see, you don't listen to nothing until that white man get on your ass. That's what you niggas listen to. When that white man get on your ass, see, when you on YouTube, you abide by the white man's rules, right? Because you know what to say and you know what you can do without getting your channel flagged. That's the reason why you custom detail your language. That's the reason why you say shit, turn off the DVR, and then go and hide the fucking video or hide the live stream, because you know that what the fuck you're saying is problematic. Because here's the thing. If you didn't think anything that you said or did was problematic, you wouldn't hide the shit. You would just leave it up there. But I'm going to get to this cunt that wanted to run her bitch ass to Patreon and show pictures of my family members. Do you think for some fucking reason you have the fucking luxury of getting up here? See, you and your little pet monkey had a whole lot to say. You and Curious, your little cyber Curious George, your little personal do boy, had a whole lot to say about that other pull-up. You do realize that Baltimore is only 2 hours away from Philadelphia, don't you? And at the end of the day, the courthouse is kind of like prison. All weapons are checked at the fucking door. So you're not bringing any cameras. See, don't fuck around and come here and give commentary and get cold cocked in your motherfucking mouth. That's the that's just the gist of it. See, you can't take a gun into a courthouse. So that's bullshit. For anybody that's believing that they're going to have some armed security following them around. Secondly, because of COVID, they are limiting, most courthouses are limiting who actually they're checking In Philadelphia, you actually had to check in. And if you did not have business there, they were not allowing bystanders to be in the courtroom because of COVID. So only the people that have paperwork that are on the court's schedule for that day are allowed upstairs into the courthouse. Those are just the facts. So this little hustle that you all have going on, at the end of the fucking day, you're the only people that are allowed to carry weapons into a courthouse or in the vicinity of a courthouse are police officers. Point blank, period. So it's very unwise to be 2 hours away and be on Patreon fucking with people's families. And then think that you have the fucking luxury of being 2 hours away without somebody pulling up to see if you really want to get your fucking issue. To see if what happened with the other dickhead. See if you fare that way. And at the end of the day, all that bullshit QB is talking about, weapons. Listen, they didn't stop making knives when they made his. They didn't stop making weapons of opportunity when they made his. He carries a knife, he carries a blade, and some carry ice picks. 1 minute you okay, happy-go-lucky, and the next minute, oh, I don't know, you feel like you got punched in your chest, but you're having difficulty breathing because your lung is punctured. That's kind of like the way that goes. They didn't stop making weapons when they made his. So when you put out that type of threat to an individual, at the end of the fucking day, what you're actually doing is complicating things for him. So to Rita, I say this: make sure that up until December, if I'm not telling you to wait until December to go live, what I'm saying is that continue to document everything that they fucking say, because actually, when there's a restraining order in place by third party, this is the result of motherfuckers talking and really trying to sound intelligent, but really you're fucking stupid. First and foremost, shout out to my cyber husband, me and Duchess Kelly's cyber husband, Rick Reed. Because Rick hit the nail on the head when he said Rita doesn't need a fucking lawyer. She has the absolute best fucking lawyer that she can fucking have, and that will be the prosecutor. So while they got up here trying to sound all fucking knowledgeable, those that have actually had contact with law enforcement actually fucking know that a plaintiff in a criminal case, a witness in a criminal case, does not need a fucking attorney. The prosecutor is their fucking attorney. For all you bitches that think you're so smart but are really fucking so stupid, it's sad. So we'll continue to let them track, and we'll continue to fucking unpack, and when it's said and fucking done, we gonna pack them the fuck up and send them packing. Point blank, period. Get into it. But they don't like this type of teaching. And having third parties, actually, what you're going to do is make the hammer come down on him. Because what I would do is tell the court that he's abusing me and harassing and stalking me by fucking proxy. At the end of the fucking day, no fucking body. Do you realize that what somebody did 6 months ago, 2 months ago, 3 years ago is fucking irrelevant? Do you realize that if they were to base whether or not they found a person guilty of a crime that they are alleged to have committed, if they really gave a fuck about whether or not Rita was an addict, they would not prosecute people who killed drug dealers. If 2 drug dealers are fighting or at war and one gets killed, does the person who, if they can find the individual that committed the homicide, do they get off free? Dumb bitch. Do they say, oh, well, that person was a drug dealer? As a matter of fact, that person was a drug dealer that was alleged, they were a suspect in several homicides. Does the motherfucker that shot him and killed him or stabbed him and killed him, whatever method of homicide, do they say, well, because that person was a drug dealer, we're not going to prosecute the individual that killed them? This is how stupid these motherfuckers are. It doesn't make a fucking difference. But this is how our air quotes, our community gets to decide who is a victim and who isn't a fucking victim. Guess what, bitch? If Rita ain't a victim, neither the fuck were you. When you took your bitch ass down there to put paperwork on fucking VS. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me, bitch? So again, shout out to Rick Reed, who called that shit called a fucking spit. It had to enlighten these brain dead motherfuckers. Don't, if you go live, Rita, that conversation that me and you had, don't allow social media to stop you from being a creator or to allow these individuals that are vamping off of you to affect your creativity. Sis, do exactly what you said you were going to start doing, your skits. Get into that. Don't not go live or not do your content. Let these motherfuckers talk. Document everything they say and let them know when you go to court that they are stalking and harassing you by fucking proxy. And at the end of the day, you know what? I know a little thing about that because I've been arrested enough times for stalking and harassment and simple assault and terroristic threats. See, you got the part of my record that was within the last 7 years. You didn't see what came up when I first got doxxed, bitch. And I will put hands, teeth, fingernails, and motherfucking toenails on a motherfucking bitch. Don't get that part confused. See, I think a lot of y'all are getting that shit that happened with the motherfucker that had a loaded weapon on me confused. It's not wise to be online fucking with people's families and then talk about you're going to come here 2 hours away and give your fucking commentary on a fucking court case. It's just not wise. And it's not in your best interest. Because if you think motherfuckers will not drive to Baltimore, then bitch, you got life all fucked up. And I think you're confusing this with some other state that you've been to. This is the North, bitch. We don't play those type of games. Okay? See, you safe there in Chicago. Most niggas don't like to be nowhere where it's cold at any motherfucking way. But don't think for any stretch of the imagination you're going to continue to run your whole ass to motherfucking Patreon and play with people's motherfucking families. At the end of the day, guess what, bitch? When it comes to mine, I've already said either I'm going to put somebody in the ground or they're going to put me there. I will go to prison for mine, bitch. Don't ever get that part fucked up. If you can't appreciate the motherfucking calm, bitch, you will deal with the calamity. And when you play with my family, we're not talking about YouTube shit no more, bitch, because you've already taken it off the YouTube. Your fucking brother is the fuck in prison because he was so fucking broke. He had to go, him and another nigga that got arrested on another fucking murder charge. So clearly, your brother's not a snitch. Your brother's not a rat because your brother went and did the tick. He went and did the bid. And he didn't roll over or fold on a nigga that he went to go rob. Your brother was so fucking poor. Your brother is in prison right now for robbing a nigga of a gun that him and the nigga that he went in to commit the robbery with so that they could steal his gun and sell it. They wanted to sell his gun for money. That's how fucked up he was financially. But at the end of the day, what he wasn't was a rat. Because the dude that he actually committed the homicide with didn't get arrested until years and years later for another homicide. He was a suspect. So therefore, somebody else implicated him. But had your brother been a rat and came out and told everything on him, he would have, the dude that his co-defendant would have been in custody. So that sounds to me like there were other people that implicated old boy, but not your brother rolling over on him. So with that being said, he's sitting up there talking about somebody being a rat and going to the popo. Stop, listen, the slurp fest is at an all-time high. The slurp fest is literally making me nauseated. I'm just sitting back watching live streams and the slurp fest is at an all-time fucking high. Who gives a fuck if an individual went an entire lifetime without a criminal history? You do realize, dumb bitch that tries to sound intelligent, that people that have never committed a crime before in their life commit one crime and then end up in prison for the rest of their life? You do realize, dumb bitch that tries to sound intelligent, that the court doesn't give a fuck, right? About Rita being an addict, even if she was an active addict. Guess what? Do they or do they not prosecute serial killers for killing crack whores? They can be addicted to crack. Does that mean the person that killed them, or the person that sexually assaulted them, or the person that physically assaulted them won't go to fucking prison for it? Stupid bitch that tries to sound intelligent. Don't do me, bitch. Don't try to. You gonna hurt yourself, okay? Physically, motherfucking, literally and motherfucking physically. Don't try to do me, bitch. Okay? You or your little pet monkey. And you run around and you talk about, he's talking about don't nobody pull up on him. Like, listen, at the end of the fucking day, I said what I said. First of all, armed security, for those of you dumb motherfuckers that think you know everything. If you were to have armed security, they would have to be approved. If they're not a police officer, they have to be pre-approved by the court to come up into the courthouse with a fucking weapon. They don't know who the fuck that is. That's why there's two entrances. There's an entrance for civilians and there's an entrance for law enforcement and attorneys. They don't even come through the metal detectors. They don't even come through the same metal detectors. They don't even come through the same entrance because they're allowed to bring in things that civilians are not allowed to bring in. Attorneys are allowed to bring in their cell phones. Attorneys don't have to check in their cell phones. They're basically they're basically they get the pass to bring things like cell phones, whatever it is, because it's the course of their character. They're also conducting business, so they have to have their cell phones handy. They're considered officers of the court. Civilians are not. But for a person that wasn't a Baltimore police officer to come into court with a weapon, that's not going to be, they have to go through approval for that. And it wouldn't make a difference if it was any courthouse in this nation. They don't allow people to come in and say, oh, I'm security for X, Y, and Z. And moreover, they're not allowing anyone whose name is not on the paperwork to get access to any court hearings. I just went to court in February. If your name is not on the list for court that day, you don't get upstairs. And here's the other thing for those of you that are donating. Simply somebody having a court date of December the 16th does not mean COVID has changed a lot of things. Do you know how many times I was listed for a status hearing? They may list it for court, and then you may actually show up to court, and they may continue it. So before you go digging all deep, hello, dum-dum. Before you dig deep, know that they could actually continue that court case. Most attorneys, criminal defense attorneys, they ask for a continuance anyway. If either attorney asks for a continuance, here's the other thing. A prosecutor can also ask for a continuance up to 3 times. They can say, Your Honor, we're not ready. We need to bring in more witnesses, dependent upon what comes out or what information is provided to the prosecutor. Say, for instance, people are threatening or continuing to harass. There's an automatic stay away order. He's not supposed to be speaking on this matter or inciting people to antagonize, cyberbully, and continue to threaten and stalk her by proxy. And it doesn't matter. At this point in time, it doesn't matter what she said 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago. What does matter? You're talking about the facts. Well, the fucking fact of the matter, dumb bitch that tries to sound intelligent, is that there is a restraining order the fuck in place. Point blank, period. Those are the facts. Those are the facts. Justice doesn't care whether or not she's an addict. That has nothing to do with whether or not the crime was committed. That has nothing to do with her being an addict. During the witness, if for reason, if there's some instance of character witnesses, well, guess what? Just as many witnesses as he can bring in as character witnesses for him. Do you think that Rita can't bring in people for character witnesses? Do you think that for some reason Rita can't have witnesses? That's why a dumb bitch shouldn't be trying to sound intelligent. I'm sorry, y'all. I've been neglecting the chat. I'm going to go through it in 1 minute. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm going to take a little break. I have to find my lighter. Yeah, I got to find my lighter. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let's take a little brief little intermission. Hey, everybody. How was everybody's Labor Day? What did y'all do for Labor Day? I spent Labor Day with my family. So enjoying the last holiday before before it starts getting cold. Yes. So I don't know what the heck I did. I think I left my lighters upstairs. I left all my lighters upstairs. But I will get to the chat because I'm probably missing something, and I'll drop the link. I'll drop the link shortly. But I just wanted to say that yeah, if courts of law did that, if people, you would be able to just go out and kill a person and say, well, they had drugs. Well, here's the other thing. When you're talking about Freddie Gray and people like that, wasn't Freddie Gray murdered by the police, the Baltimore police? And what did black people say? Black people were in an outrage, right, about Freddie Gray. When they bring up a black person's history and then use that as a justifiable reason as to why he was gunned down like a dog, him or her were gunned down like a dog in the street by the police. Well, I thought Black Lives Matter. What's the first thing that black folks say when they're murdered? Like Freddie Gray, right? Everybody took issue with the fact that they brought out his criminal history. Well, isn't that what black people do all the time? Based on my observation, that they have no problem with doing that. So why do you have an issue when non-black people do it? If you yourself are doing it, that would be my question. So again, I normally do not take the time to go through and flag and all of that kind of stuff, but because of the fact that my channels have been attacked repeatedly, I'm going to be appealing each and every flag that I get if it's not warranted or if it's not justified. What you don't get to do is to do the same thing on your channel, and then those videos and live streams stay up while you false flag somebody else alleging I don't sell anything from my channel. I don't sell anything. I don't advertise anything. The only thing I do or promote is what YouTube allows you to promote, which is my blog, my Patreon, or my podcast. That's not spam. That's not a scam. And to continue to do that from accounts that have the same IP address, and you think, actually, I was going to show you what I sent YouTube, but actually, I'm not going to. I changed my mind about that, because then that would give you the luxury of being able to custom detail your next attack. So you don't get the benefit of that. But you see that right there? That's the live stream. And it didn't take them long to restore that stream. That's the live stream that was flagged falsely. And the reason why I got that video reinstated is because YouTube acknowledged it was flagged falsely by other content creators that were maliciously flagging my channel. And that, I'll give you a little snippet. That's in part what YouTube were told. So continue to do it, especially those of you that have already lost channels from the same IP address, and you're going to lose your fucking channel. Likewise, individuals on Patreon that are using Patreon as a platform to very stealthily dox and show pictures that you don't have authorization to show. And that Patreon will go poof. You'll find out then that I'm not your average hood rat. I type 105 words a minute with accuracy. Don't confuse me using vulgarity with my level of intelligence, because you'll be disappointed at the end results, that is. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second, y'all. Little intermission.
Now I know, 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 guess some things never change. 'Cause here I am alone again. Though I find that rather strange. Think of things we used to do, but I guess that's only me. And all the stages we've been through, but it wasn't meant to be. Grandma said that I could have my dreams, at least if nothing else. And mama never raised no fool, can feel things for myself. What used to be unbreakable, I thought this bond would never break. But nothing's permanent in life, all except for change. But now I know, now I know, now I know. But now I know, now I know, now I know. But now I know, now I know, now I know. Now I know, now I know, now I know. Grandma said that I could have my dreams, at least if nothing else. And mama never raised no fool, can feel things for myself. What used to be unbreakable, thought this bond would never break. But nothing's permanent in life, all except for change. But now I know, now I know, now I know. But now I know, now I know, now I know. But now I know, now I know, now I know. Now I know, now I know, now I know.
Okay, thank you guys for waiting. Appreciate that. Hope everybody is well. Hope everybody enjoyed their Labor Day. And there's just one thing I wanted to show you guys. I'm not certain if you could see it, so you won't have to strain your eyes to see it. Okay. But anytime you get a flag, especially if it's a false flag, sometimes I just don't go through the motions of filing an appeal, but you certainly have the right to do so. And I would certainly do that. So for those that thought that, that was something that was just going to continue, that you were just going to be allowed to keep false flagging, again, it's against YouTube rules and regulation to false flag a channel. And when you're doing that strategically, that's not something that's able to be done from a cell phone. You're targeting the channel from basically a Wi-Fi that's connected to your home. That's the reason why the IP address is the same, even if you're connected to your mobile phone via your home Wi-Fi. That's still the same IP address. So when they attack your channel like that, they're doing it from some sort of laptop or desktop, or either one of the most updated modern versions of either the Android or the Apple. And that's against YouTube policy to do that. So to allege that somebody was scamming or that somebody was attempting to false advertise or spamming, and then YouTube has the opportunity to look through the video and see that that's not the case, it's important to include in your appeal that your channel is being strategically targeted by other content creators and their moderators. So that ultimately, if they continue to do it, they will lose their channel. Somebody next door. Now, the question would be, why would somebody do that when all I was doing was basically talking, entertaining, and playing music? Well, because they're jealous. And I've told you before, if these people can't build what you can build, then they will attempt to destroy your shit. Now, what I said about Rita, I don't think, I think that Rita should actually ignore anybody that's telling her basically not to go through with what she's doing. Basically, QB was over there copping pleas on Sean Bradley's behalf, acting in the capacity of the flying monkey and the enabler that he is. The audacity, the gall to call Rita a rat, or to imply that she's somehow going against some hood community fucking code or some community. The community has no code. The fact of the matter is the community hasn't had a code for quite some time. And you don't get to blame non-Black people for coming into the space and being entertained by the entertainment that you're fucking providing. If you have an issue with other people commenting on the things that they say, the things that they see, then why are you doing the things? Well, why are you doing those things? Isn't that what they tell you when they give their commentary? That they have the right to give commentary on what they see? If you put it, isn't that what Sean Bradley said? If you put it on YouTube, even though I didn't put it on YouTube, isn't that what fucking Sean Bradley said that he had the fucking right to do? To put it on fucking, to give, to comment on it, to talk about it. So what the fuck makes him the alpha and the omega, the beginning and the fucking ending of all fucking things that people are allowed to give commentary on fucking YouTube? If he can give commentary on a fucking situation that's none of his fucking business, that he doesn't know the history or the backstory on. And because he's a lazy motherfucker, just like FyeBabe is, listen, when I give my commentary, I don't play anybody else's commentary. I don't need anybody else's commentary because at the end of the fucking day, fuck, I said what I said. Fuck a show. Bitch, I am a show. And I would never fall into the category of a motherfucker that was kissing somebody else's ass to the point that it's nauseating to be on a fucking show when I could put that same energy, due diligence, and commitment into having a show of my fucking own. I don't have a do-girl fucking mentality. And I don't take orders well, especially from those that are not fit or qualified to fucking lead. At the end of the day, nobody said anything about doxing this bitch, but that was her course. of action. That was her first course, asking people for my information. Okay, bitch, well, now that you have it, now what? Now that you have it, now that you were sent my information, bitch, what are you going to do with it? You put it on your Patreon. Now what, bitch? Now what? And for some reason, you think you're going to slither your snake like ass over here to a court hearing in my fucking neck of the woods? And listen, I get, don't confuse. See, a lot of those motherfuckers got that pull up confused. First and foremost, that was a male. Secondly, he had a gun. I did not. Don't think that your pull up will be the same, bitch. Because it won't be. Keep on testing it, ho. Keep playing with my family and see how that ends out for you. See how that works out for you. Listen to this. How about this? Play with my family all you wish, but make sure you stay your ass over there in Chicago while you do it. See, you don't get to play with my family and then bring your ass over here. I don't give a fuck about, I don't care about catching a case in another state. I really don't. Hey, boss lady. She's talking about people how many character witnesses, how many character witnesses, and now they're going to play. All of a sudden, now you motherfuckers are so concerned with your fake, phony, fugazi fucking asses. Now all of y'all concerned about Rita getting used. That's a fucking insult. That adds insult to injury. It's actually rubbing salt in the wounds, because what you're really telling Rita is that she's too stupid to be able to discern that people around her are predatory or are going to seek to benefit off of this situation. And she isn't. At the end of the day, Rita could still go to her YouTube channel, do content, do entertain, and still have that motherfucker prosecuted to the fullest fucking extent of the fucking law. If he's putting pictures of her giving oral sex to her fucking husband on a fucking website, abso-fucking-lutely. His ass should be fucking prosecuted. I don't give a fuck if he doesn't have a criminal record. So fucking what? Guess what, bitch? He does now. He will when it's said and done. How about that part, bitch? People get records, criminal records every day, B. Hey, rare treasure. Hey, boss lady. Hey, Zeus Flip. Brandy. Hey, sis. Hey, sweet truth for you. Drop the link. See if anybody wants to come up before I close out. Hey, Diana. Good morning. Hey, Shan. Hey, Crystal King. Hey, Shay's Journey. T. Trisha 1. Hey. Hey, Good and Plenty. Hey, the Mean Girl. Hey, Lyric. Hey, Summer Lady. Hey, Lee Brand New here. Hey, youngest sibling. Hey, Sexy Star. Hey, Queen Mo. Y'all in these damn troll names. Class stinks from her mouth, head, cooch, and butt. Go shower hoe. Hey, Queen of the South. Hey, Army Strong 2021. Hey, Missouri. Malika. Missouri Malkia. I like that. So yeah, don't listen to that. I would pay those motherfuckers dust. And moreover, make sure you let them know that, and keep in mind while they're talking, for all of the dumb motherfuckers that are digging all deep. Do you realize that they could get there? They could tell them up until December the 16th that there's going to be a court hearing. Do you realize that they could actually get there on court that day and they could continue the court case? If either attorney, whether that's the defense attorney, the court appointed attorney, the public defender, or the prosecutor, i.e., the state, is not ready, they will continue that case. And they can do that up to 3 times before the court will throw it out. So the fact that there's court listed on the 16th means absolutely nothing. And I would not do YouTube at all, or not do content at all. Let those motherfuckers keep on talking. Let them keep getting up there, document all those, download each and every damn live stream. And because they can pull the shit down, start clearing up some of the memory, or purchasing extra memory on your cell phone, or use your laptop to screen record it while they're actually live streaming, because they could pull that stream down at the end of the stream and that evidence is gone. Document every fucking time they go live. Every time they go live, screen record that chat room, screen record what the fuck the content creator is fucking doing, to show how, once they go back, get each and every one, go back and get each and every one of those live streams that they did, including the live streams where it became public knowledge that there was a pending court case. Document every fucking thing that these motherfuckers did after the fact. See, the court isn't concerned about Rita popping pills a year ago. The court isn't concerned about what Rita did 3 years ago. The court is concerned about whether or not the individual that was charged engaged in the criminal activity that meets the standard, that meets the burden of proof for that criminal charge. Point blank, period. Dumb bitch that tries to sound intelligent. Those are the fucking facts. And this is just a parable, or basically, if I go outside, and I'm speaking figuratively, if I go outside and shoot another person that has a history of dealing drugs, do I get to go into court and say, well, that person was a drug dealer that was going to kill me, that was going to cause me bodily injury? So because they're a drug dealer, what the fuck does that mean? Dumb bitch that tries to sound intelligent, that I'm going to walk away scot-free? And do you have a license to carry? And if you have a license to carry, that's applicable for your state, not every fucking state that you go into, dumb bitch that tries to sound intelligent. That's only a license to carry in your respective state. The state that issued the permit to carry, that's where that's effective at. I mean, that's where that's the only place where you have the license to carry. You can't take a gun. First of all, that's a federal fucking crime for you to take a weapon from Chicago into Baltimore. Again, stupid bitch that tries to sound intelligent. That's actually a federal crime. Because first and foremost, where the fuck are you going to bring? How are you going to get to Baltimore from Chicago? Dumb bitch and her pet monkey that tries to sound intelligent. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to the monkey monarchy. How is security, armed security, going to get on an airplane with a handgun if they're not a police officer? If they don't allow flight attendants to carry a fucking weapon, dumb bitch that tries to sound intelligent, why would they allow somebody on a plane with a fucking handgun? They don't know what that person's intent is. You're not allowed to take a weapon you're not allowed to have a weapon. If you're not law enforcement, you're not allowed to have a weapon. And those are usually people who have passed federal backgrounds. Sorry, not sorry, but your fucking YouTube celebrity status quo does not qualify. You're not a celebrity for real. There's a difference between being a YouTube cyber rock star, such as moi, right? And your ass being a fucking real celebrity. Don't let your YouTube popularity confuse you. Don't confuse being YouTube popular, your YouTube popularity, with you being a fucking real celebrity that can have fucking armed security cross states. You're not talking about hosting an event in your own state and you hire security. You're talking about having security travel across states. If they were to do that and bring a weapon, especially into a courthouse, that's a federal crime. You're not allowed to take a weapon across states. Again, dumb bitch and dumb nigga that tries to sound intelligent. Speaking on some shit that you know nothing about. See, you don't get to have it both ways. You don't get to get up here and talk about the Department of Corrections. You don't get to get up here and call motherfuckers felons. You don't get to come up here and talk about people with criminal fucking histories and then speak on this shit as if you have personal knowledge about it, when clearly you don't know shit. You sound like a dumb bitch that's trying to sound intelligent. But they don't like this type of teaching. Hey, Bird. Hey, Mickey Mayfield Camacho. So, Rita, whenever the fuck you ready to go, the fuck you ready to go to your fucking channel and entertain, and don't deprive your people, your support of your fucking presence because of these fucking chumps. Okay? Anytime a person is listed as a defendant, there is an automatic restraining order in place. They are not permitted to and that includes dumb bitch and dumb nigga, you and your little pet monkey that are stupid as fuck that try to sound intelligent. If every other word out your mouth is about the fact that nobody has a criminal history, then bitch, why are you speaking on it as if you're a motherfucking guru or some goddamn authority on the matter? If you know nothing about it, bitch, you never been there. But it's the first time for every motherfucking thing. It's like it was the first time for Sean Bradley to suck a dick. It was the first time for you to suck a dick and for a nigga to ditch you after you did it. This is the first time for everything, bitch. Get into it. It's the first time for every motherfucking thing. Do you think just because a motherfucker never been to prison, that means that they won't end up there? Does that mean that they'll never go there? Because the motherfucker doesn't have a criminal record, does that mean they never will have one? Well, if you never commit a crime, then yeah. But if you've gone your entire life without committing a fucking crime and you so happen to commit a crime, your ass can go to jail. You mean to tell me you really want this motherfucker? Yeah. But what makes his ass so special? Everybody around this motherfucker is about it with the shit. So therefore, you shouldn't be afraid to go to jail. The way y'all fuck with people, you shouldn't be afraid to go to jail. You can't fuck with motherfuckers and not you can't fuck with people's families and be afraid of going to jail, because you just might have to kill a motherfucker. Okay? If a damn person has a license to carry a weapon and somebody puts them in fear of imminent danger, especially in a stand your ground fucking state, and it's without provocation or a person charged them, yeah, they can put your motherfucking ass down. But they have to actually they have to meet the criteria for that. And one thing that a lot of these stupid motherfuckers fail to realize is that law, when it comes to that law, that stand your ground law, does not work for African American people the way it works for non-black people. Perhaps you should do some research on how many people that were actually convicted or tried in a court of law and had to wait in prison. Do you know how many women that have killed their abusers? I can show you a case where a woman spent 16 years in prison for killing a man that had a documented history of abusing her horrifically. And now the state is petitioning the courts to not only have her record expunged, but for her to be released from prison. But she sat there for 16 fucking years before that happened. And during the course of her incarceration, she helped other victims of domestic violence that were there for similar cases. Even in the instance of when a woman kills somebody that's a documented abuser. You know, that statement, that phrase, "I own you," was interesting. Because they actually have a movie about a black woman that killed a Caucasian man that she basically it was implied that he was forcing her to be in this relationship. And one of the things that he said to her was that he owned her. She ultimately kills him. And she had accused him of sexually assaulting her repeatedly. But because of the time, pardon me, because of the time that was, I think, if I'm thinking her name is Ruby for some reason. It's been a while since I watched that movie, but that stand your ground shit, maybe you should do some research to see who actually gets off for stand your ground shit. Or are you, again, are you motherfuckers confusing what you see police get away with what your black ass to get away with? Well, go ahead and have at it. I can assure you it won't work out. It ain't gonna work out for you. You can get that stand your ground shit fucked up if you want to. You better do some goddamn research and start tracking. Again, we gonna let them track her and her little pet flying monkey. And we'll continue to unpack and pack them the fuck on up and send them fucking packing. How about that part? Hey, Joe. Hey, J Mac. Hey, Soap and Wash. Send my love to Lady Nika. Hey, Nanya. So, child, I was listening. I was watching those live. Hey, Fresh Press Juice. I was watching the live streams, and I was on. Listen, I was getting the amount of cyber slurping. I was like, oh my god! Like, do you have any more room? Like, I was expecting to see at any point in time. I was expecting to see FyeBabe start gagging. You're literally testing your gag reflex on a fucking live stream. Please spare us. Do that on Patreon. Nobody wants to see you cyber slurp a motherfucker that does not give a fuck about you. And I can assure you, if the shoe was on the other fucking foot, guess what, bitch? You know what Club Chat would be doing? Club Chat 9 times out of 10 would be on Patreon, in the Zoom room, talking about your fucking stupid ass. Do you know what would happen if you showed up in Baltimore and somebody cold-cocked your fucking ass? Do you know what Club Chat would be doing? Club Chat, in all likelihood, will be talking about the fucking fact that you got punched in your face while giving your fucking commentary. Those are just the facts. You said to just deal with the facts. Okay, well, we'll just deal with the facts. The facts is that you come out here with your boxing, bitch. You and QB basically have boxing gloves with fucking blindfolds on your fucking eyes. And what's going to happen is you're going to get bopped all upside your head cyberly, virtually. But listen, they don't put boxing gloves on. Stepped in the fucking ring with some heavyweights, bitch, because ain't nothing featherweight about this bitch here. I'm speaking for myself, bitch. I'm a heavyweight. Not a lightweight, not a welterweight, bitch. A fucking heavyweight. So what you motherfuckers have done is step your fucking ass in the motherfucking ring with boxing gloves on, right? With blindfolds on. And thinking that you're going to walk out of the motherfucking ring with a TKO when you are the one that's going to be TKO'd. Most boxing matches have 12 rounds. While he's sitting his fake fugazi motherfucking ass up there talking about Rita being a snitch or Rita being a fucking rat. And he's sitting next to a fucking documented rat, a proud fucking rat. That bitch she did a beeline back to her fucking channel. You can't tell me shit because I was there. I saw it. She brought her bitch ass to her platform and proudly showed the goddamn paperwork that she had fucking put on VS. You want to talk about the fucking facts? Is it or isn't it a fucking fact that she was attempting to serve VS, trying to find out where VS was that day of the IHOP incident so that she could serve her with fucking paperwork? You're sitting next to a fucking documented fucking rat, a proud rat. And when it's convenient, the Black community will use that to their fucking advantage. You're only a rat, but you knowingly support rats, don't you? You entertain rats, so you ain't really got a motherfucking problem with rats. Hey, Black Panther. Hey, Cole's World. Hey, Proud Grandma. Hey, Shirley. Hey, Triple. Hey, Nikki Baby. Hey, Win Shanty. Hey, Loyalty and Love. Hey, Stacy Roberson. Hey, Corinthia, I am. Hey, CC Rhonda MVP. Hey, Tuesday. Hey, beautiful soul. You know, so yeah, they try to make this woman feel bad because she feels that. Listen, can you imagine? Can you imagine being with your damn? Yes, thank you, L7. Come through. Marissa Alexander spent 20 years in jail for shooting in the air to get her abuser away from her. Hey, the pressure cooker. Can you imagine? Just imagine you're basically you're with your family, okay? And somebody tells you that at the time you're not on a live stream. You are just enjoying the company of your family. And somebody comes back and tells you, nobody else is there but you and your family. Somebody comes back and tells you what the fuck your spouse or your significant other is fucking wearing, or repeats something to you that you know that nobody on YouTube should know because nobody on YouTube was there. And they want to try to hold her to some fucking thing. You're under no fucking obligation. You know what the fuck your obligation is? Your obligation is to protect your fucking family. Point blank, period. That is your fucking obligation. Here's the whole thing. They talk a lot about criminals, but here's the thing about people that are law-abiding motherfucking citizens. If you're stupid enough to commit a goddamn crime in front of a goddamn law-abiding citizen, then it's likely that they're going to call. It's likely that they are going to go to law enforcement. Why would your dumb ass do it in front of somebody that you know was a civilian? Why would you do it? That's asking. Yes, they're going to, if they get a subpoena to come into court, yes, they're going to come to court and say, yes, that's the motherfucker I seen shoot, stab, or slap the motherfucker. Why would you be dumb enough to do it in front of people? That's a possibility. That's like saying if I walk up to an old lady and snatch her pocketbook in front of a bunch of law-abiding people that are not criminals. See, a lot of you motherfuckers are actually criminals without criminal histories. That's what you are. You want to talk about the facts? Those are the fucking facts. A lot of you are, and it's not because you're smart. See, there's a rule of thumb that a lot of motherfuckers that know a lot about the streets, that don't have criminal histories, it ain't because you that slick or because you're that smart. It's because your ass done sold a couple of motherfuckers out. That says to me, when you've been around a bunch of people that are real criminals and you manage to evade law enforcement, that tells me one of two things: that your ass is either a fucking rat, or you're somebody that's not going to go the distance. You're not really with the shits. Because most motherfuckers whose hands have been dirty, they've been to jail at least once. The other thing, I'll add a third scenario to that. What that tells me is that may be an individual that is very fucking manipulative. So they're able to manipulate other people into doing the dirty work. That sounds to me like a motherfucker that likes to throw the rock and hide their hands and have other people implicate themselves while they walk away unscathed. That's what that tells me. That those are the characteristics of an individual, of a snake that's liable to shed their skin at any given moment. And that they're used to having other people get their hands dirty while they sit back and reap the benefits of the work that other people put the fuck in. That's what the fuck that says to me. So you have all of these motherfuckers that get up here and would have you believe, oh, you're smarter than the average. Guess what, motherfucker? If you was that fucking smart, you wouldn't be telling motherfuckers how many times you got away with committing crimes, but they never get caught. Dumb bitch, dumb nigga that tries to sound intelligent. If you were really that goddamn smart, if you got away with the shit, why aren't your lips sealed about it? Dumb nigga, dumb bitch trying to sound fucking intelligent. Because if I got away with some motherfucking shit, guess what? You ain't going to hear me say shit about it. Because I don't ever want to be motherfucking implicated in it. If I did it and got away with it, I don't want to be implicated in it. Yeah, I was in the game, but I was smart. Yeah, I'm a criminal. I'm from the streets. No, bitch, you probably are a street motherfucking walker. A lot of these bitches talking about you from the streets. Bitch, you confusing. Is this thing on? Bitch, you're confusing being a street walker with being from the streets. Bitch, you're confused with living on the streets with being from the fucking streets. Hey, Nikki. Kiss my entire black ass. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Cold as Ice. Reed. What's up, boo? Hey, Shammy. Shammy M Songstress Incorporated. Welcome. Hey, Jay Dunn. Fashionista. Hey, boo. So ladies, I'm not going to stay up too much longer. Thank you guys for coming through. Appreciate you. I'm not gonna put too much. Hey, Miss Pretty Wings. I'm trying to keep abreast of what's been, y'all know sometimes I take a couple of days off, but I'm usually watching from the clouds. And mods, would you do me a favor and drop the link to Reed's channel? Who else did I see in the chat? Fresh Press Juice, do you have a channel? And Rick Reed's channel. Duchess. Oh, I don't listen. Where was your antennas when folks was out here attacking our YouTube husband? Duchess Kelly Love, somebody go get Duchess. Duchess, where was your antennas when folks was out here trying to jump our YouTube husband? Rick, I'm sorry, baby. I didn't know. Come home. Divorce Duchess. You some damn way thinking that every dick is made for you. And our YouTube husbands out here getting dog piled in the YouTube streets. Now I gotta clean them up. 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 Oh, Fresh Press Juice. Okay. Drop mods. Can you grab the link to Fresh Press Juice's? She's saying that her first live stream is tomorrow. So we want to come through and support her. Hey, Tracy. Okay. Yes, indeed. All right. So thank you, ladies, for hey, Bless Watkins. Welcome. So I'm gonna I don't want to put too much strain on my lungs or my voice, y'all. So I'm gonna shut it down and catch up with the tea that's out here on the YouTube streets. I've been watching. Y'all know sometimes I'll take that hiatus and just so that way sometimes I can be able to look at things from a different perspective. So I'll take a step back. And then that way sometimes it's best to just go with what intuitively. Most empaths, the only way that we can see the world is through the eyes of an empath. We don't see things or interpret things the way that other people do. So sometimes it's necessary to take that step back and just try to analyze the situation and just to do a quick scan, to see what's what. Hey, Looking Glass. Hey, Angel. Okay. So yes. Okay. So I'll catch up with you guys a little bit later on. You enjoy the remainder of your day. Go have you some lunch. Go get you some fresh air. And I'll catch up with you guys later. Peace.